Hi everybody, my name is Peter Gorges with ujam, and in this little video I wanted to share some of the story behind Virtual Guitarist CARBON with you. So as some of you might know, I've been involved with about 20 virtual instruments over the years, from the Steinberg days where we did Virtual Guitarist or Hypersonic to the DigiDesign days where we built all the instruments for Pro Tools. And now in ujam what we've done so far is we've built emulations of real-world instruments and musicians like guitarists and bassists and drummers to make them more accessible. Virtual Guitarist CARBON is something different. The idea behind it, when we started thinking about it, was that we wanted to create something that's not existing yet, although the sound and the musical function of it can be heard in pretty much every action movie soundtrack, in every game soundtrack, in commercials. It's this thing that's kind of like between a synthesizer and a heavy metal guitar, and it has the best of both worlds in that it sounds really organic and powerful like a guitar, but it's very controllable and accurate, and also a sound design tool like a synthesizer. But before I talk too much, let me play a bunch of notes for you guys so you know what I'm talking about, what CARBON is about. So when you load it up, the first thing it does, when you hit a key, it plays a style, so a phrase. So you can even play this thing with a glove on. So that's all automatic, but if you're more of a keyboard player like I am, it also lets you play the instrument note by note, which works like this. So that's like dead notes, or you can have slightly longer notes. Or even shreds. So the basic instrument can be played like any synthesizer or any keyboard instrument. Then of course there's a huge amp section where we try to not emulate vintage amps. We think there's enough around of that stuff, but we try to sound design amps that gave us that sound that we were looking for. This really, really futuristic, modern, sometimes brutal sound that cuts through in every mix. So in CARBON you can go from paranoid to lobotomized. So paranoid, and even there you have a drive control, so you can go from something as tame as this and then as you go up it gets more evil. And this is really good core material for the other feature I wanted to show you, which is the finisher. The finisher is basically 20 effects under the hood. And in every finisher preset, all 20 of them can be combined differently and also set up differently. So, for example, you could have a preset that's called dual peak switch, which is two resonant filters. And the finisher knob here, that it also doubles on the mod wheel, lets you automate the effect with only one knob, which comes in very handy. So let me show you. Or if we try this infinity preset, this creates kind of like a cloudy pad from a guitar sound. Last one I'm going to show you is this thing. This is called Earth to ISS. It basically lets the guitar fly into space. Right, there's like 70 of them in CARBON. The last bit I want to show you is the layerer. So sometimes you just want like a little thing to double your synthesizer bass, and that's like where the single mode works really well. In double mode, you have two completely separate setups of guitars and amps. And you can go as far as quadro mode, which gives you 4 guitars and 4 amp setups for a really big wall of sound. So this is basically it. It's as simple as that. Let me show you a bunch of real-world examples. I'm working on a demo right now. And so it sounds like, the intro sounds like this. And the pad you can hear coming in is not a synthesizer, it's actually carbon. And I'm going to show you how that's done. So here you see the finisher all the way up, and as the pad evolves, the knob gets turned down slowly. And turns into a guitar. Right? Or there's this arpeggio, which is not exactly a synthesizer arpeggio. So it sounds almost like a synthesizer, but it has this organic quality to it that you can only get from a real instrument. And then last but not least, of course, Carbon does the stuff that everybody expects it would do, which sounds like this. I can solo this. It basically doubles the Serum synthesizer space here. Solo Carbon. So as you can see, all these things are pretty simple, and it's a kind of sound that's really hard to create with any kind of virtual instrument or even real world instrument. We put all of this together into Carbon, into a really, really easy to use, convenient package that I hope you like. If you do, you can download a 30-day version that's like a full version. Right now, links will be in the video. Thanks for listening, thanks for your time, and see you later. Bye.